Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. So for today, we are from Group 4. We are going to present about our report presentation. So let me introduce my group mate first before we start our presentation. So first thing first, we have Muhammad Akil, Nur Shahibah Maisara, me myself, Nur Akila, Nur Atira, Siti Nurhanisa Alia, and not to forget Wan Muhammad Farhan. Okay, so let's proceed to the next slides. Okay, so for our presentation, these are the outlines for our presentation. So first thing first, of course, we are going to talk about the introduction of our report meeting, and then the background of the problem, and we're also going to talk about the method that we use to identify the problem, and then the findings that we found, the conclusion for this report, and not to forget, everything must have recommendations, and we are going to talk about the recommendations. So I will pass the next slot to the next person.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Akila. So for the introduction, Bruce Better Resort first opened its door on March 14, 2016. For this implementation of the resort, in the year 2022, we will have roughly 50 employees working at our resort, providing guests with a superior hospitality experience. Our goal is to ensure that our guests are completely satisfied during their stay at our resort. We also want to foster a happy work environment because a positive work environment leads to the harmony of the resort surrounding. But poor customer service will tarnish any company's image, including this resort. Our receptionist has recently been the subject of a flurry of complaints. As a result, the goal of this study is to look at receptionist poor customer service skills at Rose Better Resort, as reported by former customers and guests, and submit it to Ms. Sarah Harris, which is our Human Resource Manager. Next.
Okay, the method that we use is what, who, and how. For what, a survey form has been made by the resort to be answered by our customer regarding their satisfaction with the customer service at the reception counter. And for who, has been collected from approximately 60 respondents. And for how, for the first one is, with this feedback from our customer, we will review and improve our customer service at Rose Better Resort. Second one, we will change the wrongs in our company, and the last one is no any good recommendation to be made. So I will pass to the next person.
Okay, so let's move on to the next point, the crucial point, which is the findings for our survey and report presentation. So for this one, we have like 4 sections. First one is the responder profile. For this one, we are going to talk about their age, their gender, and also their status. And then these 3 are the questions that we asked in the survey for our respondents. Okay, there are about receptionist reservation process, receptionist language, and also for the quality of customer review. Okay, so next. Okay, so first about the responder profile. So about responder profile, the age of our respondents are about 3 ages, which is about 65% of the respondents, which is around 39 respondents. There are about 18 to 24 years old. Meanwhile, there are 18.3% of our respondents, approximately for about 11 people, they are about 25 to 34 years old. And last but not least, there are about 16.7%, which is around 10 people, they are about 35 years old and above. Okay, so let's move on to the next one, which is the gender. So as we all know, for the gender, we have 2 genders only. LGBT is not allowed. Okay, so for the first one is male. For male respondent, we have around 46.7% for about 28 respondents. Okay, meanwhile, for the female respondents, we are having about majority of the respondents are female, and there are about 53.3% for about 32 respondents. Okay, so the status of them. Okay, so 73.3 respondents, which is about 44 people are single and are single. Okay, so next there are some and several respondents which are about 18.3%, about 11 people they are married, and the last one is a few respondents, which is about 8.3%, they are widow, which is about 5 people. Okay, so I will pass the next point to the next person. Thank you.
Okay, for the service, based on the survey that has been conducted, the majority of the respondents, 38.3%, rate the receptionist somewhat negative. Hence, there are also several respondents, 15%, that rate the receptionist as being very negative. Apart from that, there are few of the respondents, 8.3%, that are approximately respondent rate extremely helpful for the receptionist. This suggests that the receptionist during the reservation process rate somewhat negative because of putting customer on hold for too long. Next.
So let's proceed to the next point, which is the language, the question that have been asked to our respondent, that is the language used by the receptionist. Is it proper or not? Okay, so based on the survey that has been conducted by us, majority of the respondent, which is about 71.7%, 43 respondents, they rated not so proper for the language that has been used by the receptionist. Other than that, there are also about 18.3% of the respondents, for about 11 people, they rated very proper for the usage of the language by the receptionist. And last but not least, there are about 8.3% of the respondents, which is approximately 5 people, they rated extremely proper for the usage of the language by the receptionist. Okay, so this suggests that the receptionists are not using a proper language when they are communicating to their customers. Okay, so let's proceed to the next point. Okay, so for the next point, okay, the last question, we asked about the respondent on how would they rate the quality of our customer service. Okay, so based on their answer in the survey, there are about 36.7, which is 36.7%, which is about 22 respondents, they feel dissatisfied about the quality of our customer service. Apart from that, they are also about 9 respondents, for the percentage of 15%, they need to feel satisfied for the quality of our customer service. And then the last one, there are a few respondents, for about approximately 10%, and also around 6 respondents, they feel very dissatisfied with the quality of our customer service. This shows that the quality of our customer service are not really satisfy the customers, and because of the receptionists have their bad attitude, and they are showing their bad attitude to their customers. Okay, so I proceed to the next point.
For conclusion, the receptionist took too long to respond regarding customer reservation process. Second, the language used by the receptionist was less than satisfactory. Next, the customer service experience was very dissatisfied due to lack of communication skill and not having a friendly and professional receptionist. And last, the management of the resort did not alert about the facilities cleanliness. Next.
Now we are going to talk about recommendation. There are 5 recommendations. The first point is have enough manpower. hire enough resource to handle conversation comfortably without having a customer waiting for too long. Having a powerful backup source helps manage chats efficiently and provide instant solution to customer service issues. The second point is train your support team. Organize training sessions to impart knowledge and improve communication skills among the employees. Train the staff on two things: use appropriate words when dealing with different types of customers and how to politely decline customer requests. The third point is use the right tone and language. It is to ensure the staff to stay positive with the surrounding. The staff able to approach issue with a can-do approach technique and didn't make the situation getting worse. The next point is practice active listening. It is one of the best ways to serve the customers. Actively listening to the customers can solve any matter arising. The staff should deliver a pleasant experience to the customer and manage to handle the situation smoothly. The last point is implement a hygiene policy. It is to satisfy the customer experience. Other than that, it is to avoid any problem regarding hygiene issue and to be the best result that always keep everything a good manner. That is all from me. Thank you.
Okay, I think that's all from our group. Thank you.